Everyone says college is crazy, but what no one tells you is that So not too long ago, I graduated from college, and no, that does not mean I am old and crusty. That just means I have a little bit more wisdom up in here. A lot of you guys are going back to college, and some of you are starting college, so I thought this was the perfect time to share things that I wish I knew before college. Things that I'm not afraid to tell you. So if you guys find anything useful or have any other advice to add, make sure to put it in the comments down below. Are you guys ready? Let's go. If you guys are interested in entering my back to school giveaway, keep on watching because later in the video I'm going to be sharing the giveaway rules and how to enter. The first thing I wish someone told me was that you're going to be broke. And I get you're not really making money because you don't have a job, but when I say you're going to be broke, you're gonna be broke. You're gonna have to do better with budgeting with your financials because think about it, you may get allowances from your parents, you might be working a part-time job, but at the end of the day, all the expenses that come along with college such as food, shopping, bars, whatever, you name it, you don't really have a great understanding of how much you're actually going to spend until you find out one day that you have $2 in your bank account. So my advice is to either create a spreadsheet of all your financials or download apps such as Mint to keep track of your budgeting. I use it all the time and it's super helpful. No, it's not sponsored. I just want to share some tips and tricks with you guys because I know financials can be a little bit difficult at times, especially if you want to buy things in the moment and you're not really thinking about it. So make sure you're saving a lot of money and you know how to budget because these are things that you're going to learn in college. Number 2. Do not buy textbooks unless they are absolutely necessary. Even if your syllabus says that a textbook is required, do not buy it. I repeat, do not buy it until your first week of school because odds are 1, you don't actually need that book. 2, you can find free copies online. Or 3, you can find a way to share a copy with your friends or your classmates, and odds are you can probably find a cheaper copy at your school bookstore. If you guys want to stay proactive, make sure you check out ratemyprofessors.com and see what all the students are saying about your professor. Most of the times you'll be able to just take notes during class and the textbooks are supplementary. So if you want to save $300, boom, here you go. Don't buy your textbooks ahead of time. The next tip, your first year is wild. You just don't know what's gonna happen. And I'm telling you from my personal experience, things that you'll never expect. There was like a clown chase, there was a riot downtown. At one point, people were getting pepper sprayed. All these crazy things happened freshman year and I would have never expected it. No one could possibly warn me about it because you just don't know what's gonna happen. You're coming in as a freshman and things can get a little bit overwhelming. You're gonna get bombarded with a bunch of things. Clubs, sororities, full-time classes, sports, partying, decorating your room, work, chores, errands, whatever. I get it. You're a freshman, you're coming in, you want to try absolutely everything, you're super excited, but trust me, you have 4 years or more of college. Be prepared. Take it slow, take it one step at a time, and enjoy it because it's one of the best years ever. For my Greek friends here, my tip is to rush second semester of college. I know other colleges don't actually allow you to rush until second semester, but for those that actually have the opportunity to rush first semester of college, I recommend as a freshman, maybe just holding off until second semester because, let me tell you why. You're starting off college, you're brand new.
It's only my 3rd day out here, I don't know.
You're kind of getting adjusted to everything and it's a little bit overwhelming. Adding sorority or fraternity rush on top of that will not help you get adjusted to college. You're not going to really take the time to get to know yourself and other people without categorizing yourself immediately. Don't be peer pressure to rush just because everyone else is doing it because you will make friends regardless, and when you decide to rush second semester, you have a huge advantage. Deciding to rush second semester is actually a better idea in my opinion because you get to make friends with people that are not in Greek life and are in Greek life, and you get to kind of like see the scene of your school so you can maximize your chances of getting into whatever sorority, whatever fraternity, and you kind of get to know yourself a little bit more. See if it's a better fit for you. Okay, on to academics. The next tip is that your GPA sort of matters. And I say sort of because there are some exceptions. The only time when your GPA actually matters is your first year or your first semester because of your entry to major requirements. I'm not sure how it is within all colleges, but I know with certain majors such as finance or marketing or anything that's a little bit more competitive to get into, you do need an entry to major requirement. So that means after your first semester, you do need to have either like a 3.0 or 3.3 just to be able to declare that major. So if you're really focused on getting a specific major, this is the time where you should be paying attention to your requirements and your academics. Of course, you should be paying attention to your academics regardless, but I know a bunch of people that have been trying to get into a marketing major or a finance major and they just couldn't do it because they didn't meet the requirements. So they had to switch into a different major and do something that they may not be in love with. Another time your GPA matters is when you're looking for jobs. I know when I was going through the job recruitment stage, when I would give them my resume, the first thing they would look at is my GPA and circle it. So if a company is looking for a candidate with a minimum of 3.0 GPA, if they see that you have a 2.8, it might be a little bit concerning for them. They might filter you out right away. Job recruiters are given thousands of resumes a day, so I wouldn't be surprised if they use GPA as a way to filter out their candidates from good to just straight rejected. I mentioned GPA a lot, especially during your first year, because it's pretty common for students to have their lowest GPA during their first semester of college. And that's okay because they're kind of getting acclimated to college and they are adjusting from high school to college level courses. So you're probably wondering, when does your GPA not matter? And that's a good question because I'm going to tell you that your last semester of college, once you accept a job, your GPA does not matter. All your company cares about is that you have decent grades and that you can send them your final transcript. Obviously, don't fail your classes, but at that point, they're not really looking at your GPA anymore and they could care less if you get a 4.0. If you plan on graduating with honors or you plan on going to grad school, then of course your GPA matters throughout your entire 4 years. But if you don't plan on doing any of that and you're not too pressed about it, then your last semester of college doesn't really matter. Let me tell you about living in dorms because it's literally the plague. If you're going back to campus, you will inevitably be in close contact with a bunch of people who may or may not be as hygienic as you are. I've literally seen people go into a communal shower barefoot, use the bathroom, and then not wash their hands many times. You're gonna be sharing drinks. Well, I don't know about Well, if you're smart, you shouldn't be sharing drinks. I don't know, you might be swapping saliva. All these factors play into your freshman year experience and you will get sick. So my best advice is to stock up on all your vitamins and medicines and literally have a pharmacy in your dorm room. Your vitamins, your medicines, your cleaning supplies, your face masks, your gloves, all of the above, make sure you have that stocked into your room. Also, what helps is to have a Brita and a air purifier in your room because odds are your dorm room is pretty old and you don't really know what's growing on these walls, mold, whatever that can be making you sick. So make sure you have all these items prepared before you go to college. For those who are interested in partying in college, this advice will be very helpful. Do not walk around at a tailgate with a beer can. Okay, let me clarify. You can hold a beer can, but make sure you're surrounded by a bunch of people as well. Because if you're strolling around trying to go to the bathroom with your beer can in your hand, I guarantee you will get an underage. Just be smart about it because there are a bunch of undercover cops out there and they'll definitely know who to target and who not to target. If you're by yourself, they're definitely going to ID you. So if you want to avoid an underage and you want to avoid paying money and you want to avoid going to court, I very highly advise you not to hold a beer can while you're walking around at a tailgate. So you're welcome. My next advice is kind of corny, is to work on your future before it starts. If you're fortunate enough to know what you're passionate about in college, this will definitely give you a head start because then you can just lock in and focus strictly on that and accelerate your passion. Are you good at something? Are you creative? If you answered yes, drop what you're doing and try to monetize off of that before you start college because having a side hustle is amazing during college. If you're like me and you had no idea what you're interested in prior to starting college, it's okay. I was there with you, but my best advice is to try to do the research and figure out some things that might interest you. I spent the first 2 years of college trying to figure it out, and although people may argue that's the beauty of college, you know, exploring and finding yourself, you're also taking time for granted. And 2 years of college is a lot of time. Trust me, you've heard this a million times, but those years fly by, and to all the people that just recently graduated, I'm sure you can relate. Moral of the story is that the more time you spend investing in yourself and doing the research and trying to find things that you're interested in prior to college, the easier it'll be for you to know what you truly do and do not like, and it'll be easier for you to navigate throughout college. This one hits hard, but consider community college. Some say the first 2 years of college are the absolute best, and some say that you'll save a lot of time, money, and resources going to community college and then transferring into a better school. It's completely up to you and what your preferences are. Some people are fortunate enough to have your parents pay for your college and not have to worry about tuition money. But if you have to pay for college yourself and you want a smooth transition into your real courses, I would suggest maybe considering community college, because you'll be able to get all your gen eds out of the way. Even if community college is not really your thing, I highly recommend that you take your gen ed during the summer, during your freshman or sophomore year, and I guarantee it'll be way easier to get a better grade than if you have taken it at your normal college. Evaluate your situation and kind of juggle what's best for you and what's more important right now. I know we're in a pandemic, so maybe going back to campus might not be the right thing. I'd say if you're not getting the full college experience, community college or a gap year is not a bad idea to me. There will be two winners. One will be getting an Amazon gift card and the other one will be getting a Penn State duffel bag. Of course, I had to throw in something Penn State related to show my alumni pride. So here are the giveaway rules. 1, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. 2, make sure to follow my Instagram. 3, leave a comment on what item you would like to win and what your Instagram handle is so I can reach out to you if you guys do win. I will be sharing a video on how I choose my winners, so if you want to stay updated, make sure you have your post notifications on, and good luck everyone! That wraps up my video of things I wish I knew in college. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Let me know if you guys want to see a part 2, because I had a lot of fun making this, and trust me, I've had a lot of good and bad decisions in college. I have a lot of wisdom to share, and I want to help you guys navigate your best years of your life. So if you guys have any more questions, leave me a comment down below and I will do my very best to address every single question. And if you are a junior or senior and you guys need any help on finding an internship or a job, make sure to comment down below and I will do my best to make a video about that and help you guys out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!